been in my bag. Please don't make me mad. You been in your feelings. That won't get no cash. Only L's I take is LLCs. We first, not last. I been in my bag. I been in my bag. I been in my bag. Please don't make me mad. You been in your feelings. That don't get no cash.
What's up with it, YouTube?
What up?
We are in the building. Listen, we live in the A. Got some very, very, very special guests as promised. To my left, to y'all right, I think, but to my left, I got big Coby Pegway in the building.
What it do, y'all?
Great hospitality. We in his offices right now. We in the works for a spare key so I can use this space, but we're gonna talk about that later. And then we got the lovely, they don't know they adopted me, but again, we'll talk about that later too. We got we got BoxTruck couple in the building.
What's up? BoxTruck couple.
Yeah. And we got a lot to talk to y'all about today, man. So I appreciate y'all in the building. As y'all know, we're gonna be looking at them comments and we're gonna be looking at the amount of people in here versus the likes. So let's just get it out the way now. Go ahead and hit that like button. Leave a comment, whatever you want to comment, and go ahead and share it to a friend, man, so they can hop in here too. Let's get it going. I really wanted to talk about today because I've been seeing a lot of it lately, as opposed to in the past. More lately, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about getting out of the trucking industry. So, as you guys know, we've all profited very well in a lot of different aspects. You got some Amazon goats at this table right now. You got some OTR. We've done OTR. We've dispatched. I mean, you got Coby. He talks about dispatch broker. He do everything on the list. So, I just wanted to really hop on here and start it off with that. So, how do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about people that, in 2022, I know it's different than when we all got in the game, 2021, and I know it's very different than when you got in the game, 5-6 years ago. But how do y'all feel about people right now saying, damn, it's not time to get in, or damn, I need to get out from being in? How do y'all feel about that?
I think a business is, well, I know you're the real professional, so we can go first. I think a business is what you make it. Yeah. This is $1 billion industry. You got to be flexible, though.
Yeah.
People come in with this mindset, listening to all types of people, that they can make it with Amazon.
Yeah.
Right? But there's a strategy to it. Okay? And if you don't take the time to learn that strategy for your business, you're not going to succeed. Right. So you definitely got to be flexible. You got to be willing to do OTR. You got to be willing to do Amazon. You got to be willing to do Mothership and Upshare and side hustles. And
you basically just saying you got to be willing to work.
You got to be willing to work.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Y'all know Coby gonna keep it raw.
You got to be willing to work. If people come in thinking that the minute I get in this truck, I'm gonna make $1,000. You got some people that are not even in trucks saying, "Oh, you can make $1 million in a year." Well, if you're not just going to do that by turning the key. You have to get out here and work. And people come into business not really being willing to work.
I agree. Definitely. I agree. And I'm glad you mentioned Amazon because I feel like, and as you know, I refer a lot of people over to you when they have Amazon questions. I'm able to answer those questions as well, but I know that's something that the both of you, matter of fact, have a lot of experience in. Yeah. But a lot of people, I feel like they know, especially if they watch y'all channel. But I feel like a lot of people don't know. Y'all don't just do Amazon. Yeah, y'all record a lot of Amazon content, but neither one of y'all just do Amazon.
We very seldom do Amazon.
Yeah.
No, I just was just telling them of an option. Yeah. Not like it's the only way. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted people to know that's definitely not the only way to do it. Amazon was definitely not the start, of everything. Well, actually, I did start, but I started off in Atlanta, right?
Yes.
And then we went to Arizona. Arizona taught me how to look for other things outside of Amazon, like how to do little medical contracts in the daytime to offset it. Like when I was out in Phoenix, it showed me, okay, like, look, you can't sit back and wait on Amazon, because if Amazon changed their rates every quarter. Yeah. So if you get caught up in trying to be with just, one company, then, I mean, you're definitely not gonna be in business for a long time.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that too. And I know I watch your channel a lot. It's no secret here, but y'all know that too. We always shout out Coby on the page. And you went from, I think you said correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you said you realized that in Phoenix, which ended up moving you to the A, right? Is that how you ended up migrating from Phoenix to the A?
So I actually started my business in Atlanta.
Okay.
And then I was like, it was weird in Atlanta. I felt like it was oversaturated. So I'm like, let me go back to Phoenix because I had lived in Phoenix a year prior to that.
Okay.
But Phoenix is it let me realize that it's two completely different markets.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized, I'm like, okay, y'all basing trucking maybe potentially based off y'all market that y'all in.
Yeah.
And everybody's taking everything at face value. Like, oh, Coby said this. Well, Coby's in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So this works for the Southeast. It might not work for like California or New York. And everybody's trying to take my perspective and use it. I'm just giving you the game and the perspective. It ain't for you to try to go do exactly what I did, because what I did was literally timing. Like I literally stole my way in the game. Nothing ever came in trucking and this old 2+2 way. Right. You know, I literally stole it. I literally, like in 2019, it wasn't many people that had box trucks on the on Amazon Relay at the time. Right. Actually, you had to have a semi in order to even be on Amazon Relay.
Wow, so, I didn't know that.
So that's the backstory. What people don't know. So when I had got that contract with Amazon, I was the only person, the only company that had a contract that didn't have a semi.
Wow.
But you want to know? So you want to know what I did when I found out I needed a semi?
What you do?
Right.
So
you're good.
So JB Hunt. So basically, it was like, well, you need to show us that you got a trailer interchange policy. Yeah. You can't have a trailer interchange policy without having a truck that needs a trailer.
Right.
So I end up filling out for JB Hunt because they wasn't checking to see what my truck was. They just seen 2017 and 2012 international.
Right.
So boom. So they end up getting my insurance to add it. My insurance wouldn't add it without a company saying so. Boom. So I went to JB Hunt, used them, took that to Amazon. Boom. Amazon let me on the board. So now I'm in the blue ocean. I'm the only person with an actual box trucks that's really even doing this. Everybody else had semis and went out and got box trucks. Right. I was already in the box truck space, so that's how I was able to dominate. And like I went in there and took like 30. I ended up like Pace was the only company that was an ATL 6. I went in there and took 30 of their routes. Wow. From them.
All from finessing.
You know,
y'all know we talk about finessing a lot. All from finessing. Yeah. I love that.
But also you got to put yourself in the position to be able to get those opportunities.
Yeah.
Right? You can't sit around and think the money just going to come to you. And that's what a lot of people fail to realize. Yeah. You got to put your company in a position. And the only way to do that is network, ask questions, and be available to learn.
And I was 2.5 years in at the time.
Yeah.
When I got my first big break, I was at $70,000, $80,000 lost at that time. Wow. So people looking at the success story, but they ain't looking at the fact that I was going broke, hit peak season, go up, January, go broke, exactly kind of how the game is right now.
Right.
I'll rise up, go broke. I had to figure out, the first time was 2020 when I actually had my foot on the gas, dude. I was like, that was the first time. Like, people don't know that. Like, I ain't always had money in this. I got excited and started telling people about it. Like, shit. I already got me a crib. I got me some cars. Like, I feel like I had a record deal.
Right.
She remember those. She remembered. The wife over there, she remembered that. Me sleeping in the truck. I'm 15 minutes away from the house, bro. 15 minutes away from the house. Ain't even got enough energy to make it home. Right. I'm like, I got to just go to sleep in public because I'm falling asleep running up on curves. I didn't work 17 hours. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This was no walk in the park.
Yeah. That's what's up. And I know you talk about, so we try to, like we came in thinking that we were going to get a semi. Mm-hmm. So we came in with a few different ideas from just an entrepreneur standpoint. We're like, should we do the ATM? Should we do a storefront? Should we do the restaurant? I know you talked about it.
We was also trying to do franchises too. Like, because where we from, there's like no Steak and Shake or whatever. I'm like, shit, let's go get a Steak and Shake. I think it was Steak and Shake where you could franchise for like 10,000 or something. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, that's easy for us to do that. So I'm like, let's do that. Like you said, the ATMs. We was even thinking the laundromat too, because you know that's money.
They make money.
Yeah, you can make money without being there. So we was thinking that those different type of avenues too. And we first seen this one girl, I think her company name is the Compass Circle.
Shout out
we
to
started
them.
seeing her on Instagram saying like she was like, oh, I'm making $18,000 a day with like a flatbed and stuff. So we like, yeah, we about to do semi.
Right. Everything else is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So we doing semis. And then he started sending me stuff too about your channel, like, yeah, look, he doing this in the BoxTruck, and you don't need no CDL and stuff. So that's what made us ultimately start with BoxTrucks.
I'm finna delete all of those videos. Because that's like that's dated. You know what I'm saying? It was dated in the time where it was lucrative at that moment. So now I see my views still going up. Like people getting this old information. I don't really like stop.
Yeah,
I'm like, it wasn't bad information though. I still was telling you gotta grind even at that moment. You know.
Yeah, we wouldn't be here though if it wasn't for that video. And I'm telling you what we would have did. We probably would have been in semis, not right here though. But if we didn't see our BoxTruck videos, we wouldn't be right here doing this live with all y'all. So.
And then you touched on something too. I really want to hear y'all input on this because I know y'all do Amazon, but y'all got a dedicated route. So he touched on something like, and y'all own y'all truck, but y'all started off renting. Mm-hmm. So how do y'all feel having done both, but also witnessing the time change, witnessing the rental prices go up, the availability go down, and then, even with buying the trucks, even though y'all got y'all's in a good time, got a good deal, y'all got y'all's in an okay time, but still got a good deal. Mm-hmm. But we know that's overpriced right now. So like, how do y'all feel about, kind of like what we touched on in the intro, just the BoxTruck game, period, no matter what standpoint, whether you're doing Amazon, whether you're doing OTR, or even with or trying to land a dedicated freight, is it still money in trucking right now?
Me personally, I'm the kind of person, I hold on to everything I get, you know what I mean? So if I see an opportunity out there to make some money, whether it's, cutting a limb off a tree, you know what I mean, or driving a box truck or whatever it is, I'm gonna go for it. But, like you say, it's a time, it's kind of like a little time lapse in there where things were okay. Like Coby said, it was okay. The videos that he made was okay. And it was good, but everything done changed up. The box truck, people was buying box trucks, getting box trucks for like 35, 40,000. Now they're like 60, 80,000. People was renting box trucks when we rented that box truck. It was killing me, man. I was like, man, everything coming out of my pocket going into this rental thing. Yeah. And I was like, man, I'm telling my wife, I was like, man, I can't keep doing this right here.
Yeah.
So buying a box truck and renting a box truck, I see it's a big difference in that, as far as the money coming in, what I'm able to save. If I buy a box truck, like right now, I would buy a box truck if I could.
Okay.
If I was out there, I would buy a box truck because me paying on a box truck, eventually it's gonna be mine. Then I can start doing other things with this box truck. The rental people, if I'm paying them like $1,800 or $1,000 a month, a week, at the end of the day, it's still that box truck, it's all right with me.
When we started, we came in with $5,000.
Yeah.
Right. We got our authority, we got our LLC, we got, the rental truck, the insurance. No, $7,000, and we had $2,000 left in our pockets. Mm-hmm. You can't do that today. Mm-hmm. Today, we encourage people, even with the rental truck and scaling up and getting all these trucks, it's hard. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We, like my husband said, we encourage people to come in with your own truck. And don't come in. I've had mentees come in with their last dime and not make what they thought they was going to make in their first week or two and immediately get out. Mm-hmm. You got to have something put to the side. Yeah, because this is a real business, right? Yeah. Fuel costs.
Say that again.
Yeah,
it's a real business.
I feel like people don't respect it as even the owner of that business. Right. I feel like they don't put that same. That's weird.
It's like the dope gang to people.
Yeah, it is. What I mean? It's like
But this is a real business. Actually, we got an accountant.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We just went through our first tax season.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
We're going through our first audit.
Yes.
Okay. We've had our first DOT inspection. Like, all of these things are real. You think you can get out here and not use your ELD. You think you can get out here and hustle and make quick money and flip it like it's the dope game. It's not like that. Yeah. It's a real business. So if you
real dedication.
Yeah,
real
that's
dedication.
what I like what you said. Yeah, you had to sleep that. Excuse me, babe. You had to sleep how you. You know, I'm a big fan of a person who works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you had to sleep. You know, some 15 minutes from the house. You know, you got to pull over. You know, because you've been working so hard. Man. Yeah. It's a hard.
I mean, it was all day, all night, and that's what people don't understand. Like my passion comes from people trying to come in and play with the game, and I'm like, it ain't like I got sentimental value towards it, but it's like they disrespecting the grind.
You got
You know what I'm saying? It's like I just got respect for the game and what it is. So when I was breaking stuff down, I was trying to give people perspective of like, know your cost.
Right.
So like the way that you should do it, don't take my advice for it. How much are you going to be able to make when you break down the cost per mile?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So should I rent? Should I buy? It ain't based on what I feel like I should do. It's not a feeling thing. It's okay when I break these numbers down. What do these numbers say? Because my rental rates, like I was telling y'all, my rental rates was $350 a week, 9 cents a mile. So of course I'm gonna be like, for what I'm getting it for, from my perspective, I don't want to own no trucks when all I gotta pay is $350 a week. That means after everything, it's only $500-600, and I'm putting 2,000 miles on it.
Now it's $900 a week, 22 cents a mile with 150 mile cap.
See, that's their game. But right now, I'm still getting semis for $850 a week, 12 cents a mile. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm grandfathered in.
And I want to comment on that real quick too, because that's how we is. We got in 2021. I think you already had your rental rate, but at that time you was talking 410. So I fought for the 410. I fought for the 410. And so we ended up getting 410 with rider and 410 with budget. Budget we grandfathered in. Our rates do rise with rider. But I think right now ours is 4. Ours didn't go up to the 599.13. Ours is still 439.12 or so. 439.12. Yeah, ours is 439.12. So like he's saying, if we was to go rent a box truck and hit the road, that's still pretty profitable for us. You know
so I say it depends on who you talk to. It depends on what the rate.
And then I'm not a mechanic, you know, Walter. I know you be out there doing your thing. Right.
And that makes sense. I'm not that guy.
I want to be, but I can't do it.
You can see it up on the
Right. And see, we got lucky enough, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dad. He's always had a shop. So we was always the kid. Oh, something wrong. Oh, mom, hold on. Is everything okay? Hold on, let me call you dad. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So we don't know how to do none of that. So when we hearing the no maintenance, the low fees and all this, we like, it's a no-brainer for us.
Right.
And
that makes sense.
And then the exit strategy of it. You know, like you said, we want to treat it as a real business. So with us being able, especially at the time, with us being able to scale so wide, getting the 7 trucks, and then being able to just boom back down to 0 trucks. Now we dispatching. It was so easy for us.
I need 10% for that. You got to give me 10%.
You just brought up a great point when you said the exit strategy. People, and for some people, this is something you can get into for the long term and be in this for years. But for a lot of people, this is a gateway. The box truck is a gateway, whether it's to hot shot, to semis, or to build money to go get a franchise or whatever. For a lot of people, this is a gateway. So you got to be flexible in your thinking as to like, what I got to do to get all I can get until I move to the next phase. You know what I'm saying?
I was stressing that hard. I was stressing that hard in the new course. I'm like, man, if y'all don't stop trying to talk about this million and all of this BS, like, bro, if you was at 30, 60 is a come up. If you was at 60, 90 is a come up. Like, stop trying to put yourself under this pressure of Instagram and YouTube and all that. And that's why I be so raw. And I remember that one live I had where the dude was like, man, you got a sock in the back. I'm like, dude, my house 5,000 square feet. Talk about a sock in the background. I got 5 kids. I ain't got time to be keeping this clean and go live. If I had to focus on it, I wouldn't even be live. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of gave me I would say it kind of put a bad taste in my mouth to be on. I'm giving out all this free game, and there's people who actually still can fix their mouth to say stupid stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of made me fall back. Like, man, I keep my game to myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it kind of made me fall back, and now I'm just kind of getting back into the, into the mode. Like, I ain't gonna let them. It's been way more love in the streets than it been hate. So so I'm a focus on that instead of focusing on the negative. But but I feel like Kanye though, you know what I'm saying? The negative comments where you be
they get to But see, us, y'all know out there, no secret, because wifey's moderating literally right now. So you know what I'm saying? We welcome you to a block party immediately. So we don't even, I'll barely get a chance to read it because she tells, oh, y'all blocked 3 comments. I'm like, oh, okay, who? I'm like, that, what? She's like, yeah, don't worry about it. It's blocked. It's done. So, you know what I'm saying? So we barely feed into it as well. Every blue moon when it's brought to our attention, because especially at the, statue you at, and y'all too, y'all got 21,000 subscribers. So there's 22. Okay. 22. 22. But yeah, so with that many subscribers, and you got other content creators mentioning you in videos, and doing different promotional things, trying to promote their content by using your content, stuff like that. There's so much of that you got coming when you get to that. How do y'all handle that? I know that's a little off topic, but I really want to know, like, how do y'all handle that? Going from regular day, but to now it's like, not even just fame, but now it's like, damn, wait, the hate, but now it's like the hate ain't just a comment. Maybe this dude made a video, or maybe this dude did, you know what I'm saying? How do y'all handle that?
That's the mentality of, okay, we have 2 other YouTube channels that we had before the BoxTruck couple, okay? We started the BoxTruck couple because we saw it as another stream of income, and we also came in listening to a lot of fluff from box truckers, and we wanted to be able to tell our truth, okay? Those other 2 channels, I never had to worry about people talking down on what we were doing, calling out what we were doing, or anything like that. But with this BoxTruck channel, now you have, goes back to what I was saying about the mentality of people coming into this BoxTruck game now. You have people who trying to make it a business to do YouTube, not realizing that it takes a certain type of personality and a certain type of person to be able to make it with this YouTube.
Right.
Nothing against nobody.
Right.
But just like it takes a certain type of person to be a truck driver all the time.
Yeah.
Or it takes
everything ain't for everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We just make it look easy.
It's a lot of work.
That's what it is.
It's a lot of work. But you have YouTubers, transportation or trucking YouTubers that make it their business to bash what other business owners are doing, to use your information in their videos to pump up subscribers, to watch comments and advertise their channel on your channel. And you kind of have to ignore that, you know what I mean? Because they're not going to last.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not going to be around long, because people gravitate to us because they see the realness in us. Right. They see the truth, and the things that we're teaching people, they're able to do it and succeed. Right? They'll separate the fluff from the real.
Yeah.
So you got it's not easy, but sometimes we talk about it before we block, or we make a decision before we comment together, because we never want to put ourselves in a position where we look the wrong way to the man.
You want to still be receptive of feedback.
Right.
We're the same way.
Even the person who, like, want to bash you still want to be like, hey, bro, it's okay, man. You know what I mean? But, I can respect that, but can you respect this? You know what I mean? I respect you, respect this, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so if it goes higher or above that, other things has to come into play.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not no violence, but things that are according to the law.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that's what I just try to take care of my family. You know what I mean?
We all is.
Yeah. We're trying to take care of each other, man.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't call somebody off YouTube though. I ain't even gonna stunt. Somebody had commented, and I didn't know if it was a male or female at the time, but they had hit like 6 of my videos. Were all like, just like, look at him, look how he talking. He's condescending. He's this. I'm like, hold on, it's something up with this person.
Mhm.
Right.
And man, it was so crazy because it was right after my nephew's funeral. And I'm like, this person is really getting in. I'm like, they comment across all these different videos. So I commented back. I'm like, hey, send me an email. Email me your phone number.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's something ain't quite right about this energy that you putting out. Literally called. It was a female from back home.
Yeah.
It was literally a female. She probably had like 48 or something like that, and from St. Louis.
Yeah.
And she was just, I was like, so what is it that you got? Like, what is this complex that you got with me? You know what I'm saying? And she was just like, well, I just feel like you shouldn't be charging people to for a class. I'm like, I got like 60 videos. I mean, I'm sitting on her every Tuesday night answering people questions like, what more do you want from me? I'm like, I'm trying to figure out why people buying the course too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sitting here answering their questions. I just feel like they just like me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
They
you
want
gotta
that hands-on feel.
Yeah.
It
you
hit
gotta
different.
ask them. You gotta ask them why they buying the course.
Yeah.
Don't ask me. They ask me for the course.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't give it like I didn't want to do this dispatch course. People asking me because they like what I'm talking about. They feel it. Like people don't understand that when you become a public personality,
Yes.
some people just mess with you because of you.
Right.
They want to
Yes.
buy. You got a T-shirt, they want to buy it. You got
Yes.
whatever. You know
They
what
want
I'm
to
saying?
support.
They
They
just
want to
wanna
support.
support.
They want to buy into what
They
you're
just
doing.
want to give back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, because I be getting on like one-on-ones, I be like, this dude didn't really even ask me. And it's like he just paid to have a conversation with me.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like it's getting to that point. But the lady, I end up finding out that the lady, her husband wanted to get into trucking, and he had committed suicide.
Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah,
So
always
so
be
it was
something.
trauma. So it was trauma for her to see me on there, and she wanted the information,
Yeah.
but she wanted it for free. She wanted me to give her the free course.
Right. Right.
So I asked her a question. I said, so I'm assuming, for some reason, college graduates, I always get into it with people who go to college for some reason. So I'm like, I'm assuming that if you attacking me, you must went to college.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah. So I'm like, so you paid for school. Okay. So I'm like, so what type of school do your kids go to?
Mhm.
Private school. So you comfortable enough to pay those two white institutions, but because I'm selling the information, you don't want to pay me.
We brought
So
that
you-
up on the podcast.
So I'm like, you literally attacking me for selling information, but you done bought information?
Right.
I'm like, man, but I realized that hurt people are out here trying to hurt people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we got to realize that it ain't us, it's them.
Right.
Yeah, and we've had a situation like
Yeah.
that. It's crazy. Where I've hit them with the same thing. Like, hey, what's your number?
Yeah.
And then we get on the phone, and then it's a civil conversation that, just like y'all conversation, it leads to resolution.
Yeah.
So we've been there too, and I feel like that's cool. But and maybe at the end of the convo, maybe he was like, "Yeah, I got the attention." But you can get our attention in so much of a better way.
Yeah.
We still try so hard to reply back to every comment. We try so hard to respond back to every email. Unlike Coby, I was in his email for 2 years. I don't know what was going on. But one time Coby hit me with an automated response. I'm like, hey. I responded. I said, hey, man, this is Courtney, man. I promise you, hey. Okay, yeah. Listen, I got an automated text and everything. Like, okay, well, what? I said, man, listen, I just want to get in touch with you. Can you hit me up?
No, see, you don't understand that when I blew up
You
off
sending
of
me
it.
newsletters. I'm like, hey, man.
No, man, it was,
Like, this is Courtney.
Yeah, I said, hey, I'm putting the subject. I said, trucking out the box.
hey, man, I remember that. So like my VA hit me like through the chat, like, who is trucking out the box? Do you know them? I'm like, man, damn, let me check this. But it's not like I was trying to like isolate myself. Though. But like I said, but you see how I hopped out with the whole tribe. So people gotta honor the time that, like, for me, it's a cut. I'm trying to learn that cutoff. You know, the wife already been with me all day. You know, when we first, oh man. See, I ain't never told nobody about like it was a month before Amazon that I bet you the average month. Sorry. The average person quit. Like we literally, so this is the transition from Amazon. So during peak season, you know FedEx and them coming to get them trucks.
Yes.
Right.
So I had to get the trucks in September for the peak season that Amazon had for me.
Yes.
So that means I had to go, I went and grabbed 10 trucks because they had 10 routes for me. So I had to have them doing something. So what did I do? 10 trucks over the road. Boy, you talking about
in this city?
Boy,
Leaving a truck here. I think I did see you talk about you flew somewhere to go get a truck.
Yeah, man, I had people leaving it, like the dude left the truck and then he gonna call his wife to get him back home. Wow. So I'm like, you gonna leave the truck when you could have drove the truck back? Yeah. Like, I'm like, bro, like it was the toughest.
Had a truck stolen, you said?
I had a truck stolen by, I believe we know who it was.
Yeah.
He had just picked the truck up, you know what I'm saying? He had just picked it up from Rod. It was the newest truck that we had. So it wasn't no coincidence. I feel like he would chop shop, you know.
Yeah.
The truck was at College Park, you know, where they chop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it kind of lined up.
Right.
So I'm just like, but like, I only had to pay $1,000 for that though. You know what I'm saying? I only had to, so that was the advantage of renting.
Yeah.
Like, so nobody knows that I was paying that. All of my accidents, they went on rider insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So that was only $1,000. So that's how my CSA score was good because, hey, get that officer there. Mm-hmm. So I did that like 10 times to like now rider like, bro, we ain't covering no more.
Yeah.
I had one dude flip 2 trucks in like 1 week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Should have fired him the first. Like everybody, like this one thing I want to tell anybody out there. If you think you should fire somebody, fire them.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Second chances.
Renee was telling me that. Shoot, that's another thing. Renee be like,
look,
let them go. Stop being nice to them. I'm like, I gotta remain professional. She's like, he weak. Let him go.
I'm gonna tell you who I'm finna let go. Where my shirt at?
In the truck?
Oh.
Yeah. Got it in the truck. Got it in the truck.
It just hit me. I was like, oh, we all got on white. And I'm like, wait a minute. Where our shirts at?
I got some in the truck.
He told me I was too skinny. He ain't got no. He said Coby Pegway too skinny. They don't sell clothes to vegans. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
So Court, do you think now? I don't know if we ever really answered it, but our answer is we feel like it's a good time to get in.
Yeah.
You just gotta have a different mindset.
How do
y'all feel about coming into? Because y'all live in a different, like we're in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And things are completely different in Arizona.
Yeah.
So what do y'all feel?
Yeah. So to comment on yours real quick, none of our trucks start out over there though. So so we definitely in the Midwest, Northeast, but so the money good where we at, but not where we at. Right. But no, we second that. I think you need to respect it as a business, and I do think it's still a good time to get in. Yeah. I think you should evaluate your costs. So a lot of times, especially with my mentees, now that we're dispatching our mentees as well, we send over a carrier packet to them. So when we send over that carrier packet to them to fill out and then give back to us, one of the things we ask for is the cost per mile. So we can know the least that you qualify for to be booked for a load. And I think I say about 60-40, 60% don't really know what to put right there. Mm-hmm. And then 40% just calculate wrong. So the 60% and the 40% put together, they'll put something like $3 a mile or $2 a mile. So I'll call them back and I'll say, now, wait a minute. It costs $2 a mile to move your truck with no load. Mm-hmm. And they're like, no, that's just what I want per mile. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not your cost per mile. You know what I'm saying? So when we was operating, our cost was about $1 a mile, no load. So with our cost being like that, I don't know if that's high or low, but for us, it was low.
No, $1, that's super low. I ain't never had
ours was like a buck. So ours was like $1 a mile. So with that, especially with us experimenting and stuff, being in the game, going to places like, because this is one thing I didn't really hear people talking about either. I didn't hear people talk we didn't hear nobody talking about where not to go. Yeah, Florida. You didn't say Florida. But I ain't know nothing about not going in a box truck, at least in a box truck. I know about semis. Texas,
South Dakota,
Idaho. So we went there. So when we went there, we've known like, okay, that's how we were able to stamp our cost per mile, because we'll have to data it back, or we'll have to take a load of $1 a mile.
So I ain't never told you to stay away from water.
You have to say, you have. I think that's your exact word. I don't go. Is it west of the Mississippi?
No, west of Texas.
Okay, west of Texas. Like it's a little imaginary line right there. I don't even go this way, and I don't go down below this way. So but So, but we over there.
Even now, that's changed because like we go to Jacksonville. Amazon in Jacksonville is awesome.
Yeah, I remember you saying, especially during peak. Y'all was eating during peak.
Yeah. And even now, it'll get you back to Georgia, or it'll get you back to South Carolina to pick up a load. The rate on Texas,
Uh-huh.
Amazon is awesome in the rate.
Really?
So if you can't, you
Yeah.
can't find a load, get
Get
Amazon.
Amazon.
And see, we
Yeah.
use that a lot. Like we talk about, because that's we always, that's on page, that's on like one of our first pages of our ebook,
Yeah.
is to make sure. Matter of fact, it's the first thing that we got on there to do after you get active is to apply for Amazon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We even talk about the insurance coverages. Of course, you can do the hacks and stuff, you know, if you're not trying to pay a lot. But like I said, you know, to be active, you got to have to once you go active, if you're trying to get with Amazon, you got to have a certain specific amount of coverages. So we always recommend they get Amazon, whether they're trying to use it or not. You could just use it as a backup.
Right.
Now I know lately
Very
things
good
have
backup.
changed, and you got to kind of do one every once in a while to stay not being
But
suspended.
you
and
got to
stuff.
use all your resources though. You know
Exactly,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
I mean, you have to be resourceful, because as much as I'd be like, no, I ain't dealing with no Amazon right
Yeah.
now. But hey, I ended up finding three loads, $3,000 loads that was only probably doing like 800 miles.
Yeah,
So-
it'd be
so-
clutch. It'd be
you know
at the
what I'm saying?
perfect time.
Mhm.
Or I find comfort in being a dispatcher, booking some of my best
Yeah.
drivers to Iowa,
Yeah.
Kansas City, and stuff, because I know that they can Amazon back. I just got off the phone this morning with one of my drivers. I think we sent Stephen Ware to Iowa. Yeah, and we kept telling him, we was like, listen, we got a dedicated route for you in Chicago. He's like, oh, that's easy. I'm an Amazon back. And then he like, yeah, I made $1,500 this weekend with Amazon. I did 3 loads. And I'm
And
like,
guess what? He got to Chicago.
got to Chicago. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, so we find comfort in booking somebody to Omaha or Iowa or Kansas, and you know, places like that, or even Tennessee. Tennessee ain't been all that with the OTR freight lately, but we'll book somebody to Tennessee because we know, okay, we can Amazon up out of there to a popular spot. So we utilize that. So I definitely feel like it's still a good time to get into the industry or any other industry, especially if you're just trying to create capital to be able to do something else, like you mentioned, or if you're trying to make this something that's that can create generational wealth for your family for at least a little while. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely agree with that. But what you think?
So when
Where you at being, especially 6 years in the game?
Hold on. So like a lot of people take me wanting to get out the game and saying like I'm moving on to different things the wrong way. Everybody is at a different space and place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In a life. So I'm like I said, I can't speak it from a different perspective other than my own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it doesn't make sense to go through it because I'm not willing to do what? I'm not willing to put in that amount of work that I know that it's going to take to actually survive it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, cause like right now, I got a truck that's been in the shop since I bought it, since November. It's waiting on the 1 box. They said it's probably gonna take a year. So that's $1,100 that I'm gonna be paying for a whole year. So with me having multiple trucks, my problems and the problems with somebody that got 1 truck are not the same.
Right.
So when I'm speaking of it I'm always speaking of it from a fleet owner of having multiple units. You know what I'm saying? Multiple units that I own, plus I got rentals. You know what I'm saying? So it's affecting my business. Like I had 4 trucks that needed that pretty much I bought and they sat in the shop for 4 months.
Yeah.
So you gotta keep in mind, I still gotta pay insurance on them, still gotta pay notes on them, still gotta pay all of that. So now, even though I got the rentals running, the trucks that I own are eating up majority of the profit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like lopsided now. So what I'm gonna do, go and keep saying $2,000 weeks,
Right.
where I'm making $2,000 because the cost to maintain the company is so expensive. You know what I'm saying? Because of how, like I said, the bigger you are, the harder you fall.
Yeah.
So our problems ain't the same problem. So when I say I'm getting out, I'm not getting out. I'm scaling back to a point where my best points was when I owned less. So I'm just trying to sell my stuff and own less and strictly focus on the dispatch portion of it, because the dispatching, it has the exit plan that I need.
And that's exactly what we've been doing.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
we promoted it, so it was crazy, bro. Because when peak hit, this is what we did. So we had a driving program last year where we gave drivers the experience while allowing them to create their companies, right? So we showed them how to create the company, like through the mentorship, but we gave them the hands-on experience that they was missing. So while they getting the experience, as soon as they get done, now their company is ready. Now they got their own DOT. Boom. So then we was able to give them our rental account manager, which was able to give them the same rates that we had, and they was able to go out the door. Now, the way we timed it, most of these trucks were out the door right before peak. or maybe a week within peak.
Yeah.
And most people are thinking like, damn, that's backwards. You want to have a truck in peak. But we were able to do like, with the amount of trucks we had from Black Friday to December 8th, my birthday was on December 10th, so I didn't want to be working that day. So for them, from Black Friday to December 8th, we ran up 30,000 off peak season. I remember in the group chat going back and forth with BoxTruck Couple and Big Vic TV, and we sharing different $1,500 loads every single day, and we got multiple trucks. So we got multiple trucks doing this. And then I remember you talking about how you liked your truck running, if possible, 24 hours a day. So we would have a night shift and a day shift to where each truck is making damn near 3,000-4,000 every day, and we was able to get in and get out. But we instantly promoted the dispatching, and we figured that that's also a way, because like you said, or like Ms. Chrissy said, they'll hop in and they're disappointed with those first week, second week numbers. It's natural because they'll put all that time in to get in the game, and then they like, damn, I don't know how to book a load. You know what I'm saying? So we like, okay, well, let's continue our relationship with the people we put in the game to now help them stay in the game, being compliant, like you talk about a lot, and then also, you know, helping them create revenue. So we start promoting it in December. We started our very, very first week of dispatching January 3rd, which was the first Monday of January after Christmas. So I was able to enjoy my birthday, enjoy Christmas, enjoy some family, you know what I'm saying? After working so hard from April to December. After working so hard, so I was able to enjoy family and then start dispatching, and we love it because there's no overhead. Besides, you know, keeping my company active, we're paying for load boards. I got the finesse on the selected access, which I know you be talking about too. You got to have a plug to get in that. So, you know, we tapped in with that. And besides that being our overhead, bro, we ain't got no overhead. And we helping them eat.
So y'all dispatch box trucks. Like,
Yes.
Man, I got so many people I can send y'all, bro. Because
we keep it in the house and exclusive. So we only dispatch. It's nothing for
the
me.
mentees.
Facts. That's it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's easier for us to handle the volume, and then you know what I'm saying, it's exclusivity, so it's that extra to like,
because I train this person, so
yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
so they basically gonna be moved, that they know exactly how
they know what's going on.
And they got what we got, like for factoring and stuff, they got RTS instead of, you know, like OTR and stuff like that. So it's easier for us to dispatch them, especially if they have what we have, so we know like we could book this load because they factor. Like if they have another factoring company, it's kind of hard to know.
I get what it is because you know, because like I mean I mess with OTR because they got the blue checks.
Yeah.
So
my god, they need to come out with something on DAT where you can put your factoring. I think that'd be so hard. Yeah. Instead of just having the stuff with OTR, if you could put your
stuff it was just Triumph, you know what I'm saying, at first, but then they just switched to OTR. So that's why I do with OTR, because the payment system and the way I'm able to get paid too. Because OTR just once they factor the load, they pay both of us at the same time.
Yeah.
So
okay.
So that's like
a plus
for me, because now I ain't got to worry about accounting and billing people through Stripe and all of that. And I'm charging deposits. Like I mean,
same with us. That's the same with
us.
It's
difficult. Like I mean, somebody's like, dang man, I'm trying to give you some business. I'm like, I don't want everybody business.
Same, bro. Same.
Everybody ain't the client. You know what I'm saying, for me. So you know what I'm saying. It ain't that
I think that practice is amazing though. That exclusivity of it. Yeah. Like you said, I don't know that, but I'm fine with this. You know, I'm fine with being this hard. So that you got that familiarity with the person you booking them loans for. Right. You know what I'm saying? So hell yeah, yep. That's why we ended up getting into dispatching, definitely. So and I feel like
y'all have like a dispatch course, or y'all not trying to really teach nobody how to do it? Or what?
So we've always dispatched ourselves. We've always dispatched all of our trucks, and then we dispatched for other companies since January 3rd. So we do feel like a course would be appropriate, but we just haven't. We filmed footage for it, and we've done the screen record. We've done a few different things to put it out in the future, but that's at least still a month or two away for us for what we're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we haven't done that yet, but we feel like in the future that could be something that we do. Because just like you, they ask us all the time because they grow with us. Yeah. You know, your audience gonna grow with you. They see you doing Amazon, they want to know about the Amazon. They see you doing OTR, they want to get in that OTR. They see you dispatching, I want to dispatch. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of our clients that we dispatch for right now, they're asking. Those are the main ones that are asking about it. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to figure out something that's going to be different. We always like to be innovative. So we want to try to figure out something that's going to be different about our course versus, you know, the other courses that are out there, but still keep it exclusive for our mentees.
I mean, the course is going to be different because you ain't going to teach you're not gonna teach it the same.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so don't reach so hard as in like, you know, trying to be different.
I got a question
Because you
for you
already
too, though.
different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You. Now I know you got a team. Do you actually dispatch too, though? You dispatch too?
No, I haven't dispatched.
Have you ever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, remember I was saying with the box,
Okay.
remember my wife was doing it.
Okay. You was in the truck like us.
Yeah.
Keep it real. Do you feel like this person that took the course and this person that pulled up to your house, let's say your rally or whatever, that pulled up to your house and they side by side while you actually dispatching, do you think they will have the same outcome? Like, do you okay, so somebody that's taking a course, like somebody that's, you know, we'll say 500, whatever, they pay the 500, they get the course, you know, they watching the videos, they seeing what to do. Do you think they will be as good of a dispatcher as somebody who was on your hip, listening to that language, listening to, you know how it is booking a load?
It just depends on, for real, it just depends on how you learn. Because me, I wouldn't need to take a course to know how to do nothing.
Because we was in the truck.
You know what I'm saying? No,
Yeah,
I'm just saying, even if I wasn't, like, I can go to a golf club and overhear somebody, I can ear hustle and hear them, how thirsty are you for the knowledge? And me, I'm not a person that's...
But you said go to the golf course. You didn't say turn on PG. You didn't say turn on...
I'm just saying, however I can get the information, me, I know how to do a lot with a little bit.
Okay.
Not everybody is as resourceful.
Okay.
You get
So
what
with
I'm
the
saying?
majority out there, do you think the majority of people who, whether you think they resourceful or not,
Do you want me to be real, or
I want you to keep it real, bro. I want you to keep it
gotta
real. Do you really
Be
feel
real.
like? Do you feel like? And I ain't trying to knock none or whatever, but I'm saying, do you really feel like from the course of videos or whatever, that person to know just as much as somebody being on your hip?
Oh no. I mean, nobody's gonna learn as fast as you being around me all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I do think being around me all the time could be a bad thing, because I feel like every person needs to develop their own style.
Mhm.
Because the way I do it, you would have to have. It's like me trying to tell you. That's why I don't like when people get too caught up in my stories
Yeah.
and the story and how I got it, because you would have to have my personality.
Yeah.
You would have to. It's so many things would have to line up in order for you to duplicate. I don't want you to think that you can duplicate exactly what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm not giving you the story for you to be like. It's like Jay-Z being like a rapper, like he telling you and you trying to live Jay-Z's life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't try to live that life. I'm just giving you the game and letting you know that I'm trying to motivate you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to inspire you, not for you to try to go out and do every single thing that I did, because
Right.
it's not going to work the same way for you, because you're not me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I move in a moment in it's like a killer. You know what I'm saying? Certain people got certain instincts to I can move and I can feel the temperature, and I can be like, okay, I get up this morning like, hey Jess, hey Amazon them on some BS. Let's move all the trucks over to FedEx, and you know what I'm saying? She'd be like, how the hell do you know that? I'm like, I don't know. It came to me in my sleep. So
Yeah, right.
Oh no.
Right.
I lost 80,000.
Right.
That's how I know. Yeah, so when you lose enough money, you're gonna learn how to move. So I can't teach you that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Certain things some things can't be taught. Like, you either got it or you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the thing with the course. Like, you know, it's just like gym memberships. You know, courses are always related to like gym memberships. You know, in a
Are
sense.
you gonna go or are you not? You know what I'm saying?
No. I mean, it's like this. I mean, keep this in mind. Like, I'm not trying to look. Matter of fact, my course is coming out, and I'm gonna say this. You know what I'm saying? Like, my course on Dropping Friday Challenge, and my course will be out by Friday for dispatch. And I'm gonna say this about courses. Courses are like gym memberships in a way of it being like, okay, if everybody, all right, everybody think about it like this. If everybody went to the gym at the same time, would they be able to fit? No. So that would mean that the gym membership is based on people not what?
Not going
to the gym, right?
Damn.
Okay, so courses are in school is made because I can give people the game because I know everybody ain't gonna use it.
Right.
Because I know that it takes a certain amount of person to actually apply this knowledge.
Right.
So I'm not afraid to teach you what to do, what I do, because I know everybody's not even gonna try it anyway.
Right.
Some people gonna purchase a course just so they can look at their wife and be like, feel like they're doing something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
some people just take courses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They like, they took 10 courses, they made no moves.
Yeah.
So it's just like gym membership. It's a kind of conscious thing to say, I'm going on the diet. Let me go sign up for the gym.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't get caught up in that, because everybody's thinking like, oh, somebody trying to hold information. Everybody don't even leave the information.
Right.
Man, look, it's a country. I can't remember what country it was, but they got an alley and they put books all down the alley. You want to know why?
Ain't nobody going down that alley.
No, thieves don't read.
Yeah.
Because like the type of person that would steal a book is not a reader.
Right.
Because a reader is going to want somebody else to learn.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I can leave books on the street because a reader doesn't steal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's the psychology behind it. I'm much deeper than trucking. That's
Yeah,
all I gotta
yeah,
say.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, we
what I
get
do,
deep.
what I do is much deeper than trucking, though. You know what I'm
And
saying?
make sure y'all hit that like button. Matter of fact, we're gonna take a slight little. Hopefully, it don't take that long. But I'm seeing we got about 67 likes in here. We got about 120 people in the building. Let's get that up to 100 real quick, man. We got some greats in here. We got BoxTruck couple in the building. Walter's still on camera, y'all. I can't believe this. You know, we got Miss Christie in the building, gracing us. We got Coby Pegway in the building. We dropping a lot of sauce in here. So if y'all can, man, let us know y'all appreciate the time. Y'all appreciate, the effort put into this.
Drop them likes, man.
Yeah, hit that like
Y'all
button,
be
man.
stingy with it like y'all ain't watching.
Yeah,
Y'all be
man.
stingy like you ain't watching.
And you know what the excuse used to be? I'm watching on my TV. I figured it out. If you watch it on the TV right now, all you got to do is press up on your directional pad, and then you'll see the 3 buttons. Yes, hit the 3 buttons and then press like. No more of them. Yeah. So we need about 10 more likes, man. 10 more likes.
87.
Yeah. 10 more likes, y'all.
Show us the love. I mean, we try to do this for the culture. You know
Definitely.
how many people doing the same thing feel like somebody else is competitive.
Yeah.
And it, like I just feel good because I felt like everybody was showing love.
Definitely.
I never felt nobody like taking the content or doing nothing. I just always been like somebody came, BoxTruck couple sent me, or trucking out the box sent me, or Demetrius, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All these, it was always people saying like they came to me because of somebody else. I'm like, dang, who is these people?
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, people sending people. And then I started looking at as I started looking at the algorithm, and you know me, I'm a real tech junkie, so I'm like looking onto the thing. I realized I'm like, dang, a lot of people that's doing trucking was actually using my name as they thing to actually get to get suggested.
Like on their thumbnail?
No, not on their thumbnail, but yeah, but as they tag.
See, I've never done the tags. I haven't
Yeah.
did that yet.
Yes, as they tag.
I don't think about that.
Okay, I need to start doing
Yeah,
tags. But in the tags, it says this may not help. It says it won't help with. It's a little message.
But it definitely.
It does? Okay.
It's definitely ranked.
Oh,
it's definitely
okay.
ranked tags. Like so, it's ones that rank higher than others.
You can look in your analytics and see the biggest searches. Like I think it's like the top 10 searches what people are searching for to find your channel. Make sure those are in your tags.
Definitely.
And make sure under your description you put 3 at least.
You dropping too much sauce.
Okay.
You dropping too much sauce.
We do have.
We had to work too hard for that. Hey, we gonna give it to y'all. I'm gonna tighten y'all up after this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I got about.
I
I got a way out for you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Or we have late night, Miss Christie, how I do this session.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually drop you a tool that I use to actually show you. It's $50 a month, but it's okay. I'm telling you, like,
help with that.
It's
Okay.
definitely how.
Definitely bless me. Need that.
Right.
Man. So that's why we in here, man. We like to be in them type of rooms. We've always felt, and I heard you mention it even on the live right now. And Miss Chrissy, I know we've talked about it a lot too in the chats that we're in. The box trucking, but besides that little hate, we ain't gotta mention that. But like, I feel like it's real loving though.
Much love.
Yeah.
I really do, bro.
love.
Like, I've been in a lot of, different like endeavors or jobs, whatever, but this workspace it blows the other by far. You know what I mean? I love too the idea of, like I said, me learning from somebody like this, and then I'm next to him. I think that's hard. You know what I mean? It's with them corporate jobs, it's kind of hard to do that. It's kind of hard to get next to that CEO or hard to get, next to the person that hired you. Yeah, I feel like they always want to send you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but with, the people that came before us, the people that came in with us, under us, the people that we've mentored or whatever, I feel like we give and get those vibes like, come on.
Yeah, lift you up.
Yeah, come on. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? You passed. Okay, hold on. You passed me. Okay. Let me get back up there. So I've always got those vibes in this industry, and I think it's uncomparable, and I really, really love it. You know what I'm saying? So and I really appreciate y'all, being in here too. So, but yeah, I think, let me see.
Answer no question.
Yeah, no, we didn't. We can definitely do that. We got an hour
Can I
down.
give a shout out?
Go ahead, of course. What? Shout out trucking out the box. No, go ahead.
Two, and I know every time we get on the live court, I shout these people out.
Okay, shout them out
But I'm gonna
again.
shout them out again. I want to shout out Riding with the Rutledges.
Yes, and I watch their content too.
Yeah.
They good.
I'm not
Yeah.
just saying that because we they mentors.
Yeah,
He
Okay.
work hard.
He works hard.
Mhm.
He
yeah,
is out there hustling. Like Riding with the Rutledges, he will get in. He will locate an area that's booming,
Mhm.
whether it's Amazon or whatever, and he'll get a load to that area and work that area for a week.
yeah.
Like he's out there.
I love those type of men.
Man,
Yeah.
them be boy, them
I
the
love
perfect.
them.
That's
boy.
why I gotta give a shout out to, man. Shout out to I damn near say it every video. Shout out to Stone Tree Trucking, man. One of my best mentees. Definitely one of my top drivers. He's always one of our top earners every week because he do stuff like that. You know, I just was talking about. That's the dude I was talking about. He like, okay, y'all booked me to Iowa. All right, hey, where y'all need me to be Monday?
Yeah.
And we like, look, we got a load right here with the dedicated shipper. Tall booked him a load.
But that makes dispatching so much easier.
It
bro.
do,
Yeah,
yeah. You know, so yeah, definitely shout out to Stone Tree Trucking, shout out to Arapahoe Trucking, shout out to everybody that we
Everybody,
dispatch
yeah.
for real. And shout out to Trucking Empire, shout out to Bruce Step Media, shout out to Humble Tree too, man, my team. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all been helping us expand a lot too. But yeah. We can definitely open up some questions. We've been in here for about an hour, so if we do like another 30 or to an hour, whatever, let's get some questions in. So if y'all can, especially with the likes being matched up, if y'all drop some questions, we can definitely get in there and answer some questions for y'all. And if y'all got a question for a specific person, or maybe we can just go down the line, or how y'all want to answer the questions. Maybe, just whoever best fit to answer it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can definitely do that. So drop them questions, man. Y'all this is what Coby Pegway was just talking about now. Y'all be having them free opportunities where all y'all got to do is participate. So if all we charging right now is a like and a comment. So if y'all like and y'all comment, we definitely got some sauce for y'all, man. So if y'all need to know something, man, go ahead. Somebody said, is going out west still dry? In my opinion, yes.
Dry as the desert. Don't do it.
Yeah.
The West Coast is the best coast for rapping. I mean,
Yeah.
back in the day, I would never, like I told you, never going west of Texas because it's like I said. Now, why am I going anywhere by the water? I only go by water when I'm trying to take vacations.
Right.
Not with a truck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
and I know with somebody was telling me, because you can only go one way. Does that affect the per mile they give you?
Yeah, I mean,
like as opposed to being in the middle, you can go this way.
Yeah, exactly how it works,
okay.
So the more it's why like Florida. If you down in Florida, they
know you can only go up.
You can only go up. So the brokers ain't competing for direction.
Right.
So you want to be right in the middle where they're competing for direction.
Okay.
That's the sauce.
And I know you do. I know you do the semis too. So somebody asked, how does the CDL hazmat loads pay?
They pay good, but it's not like that. All of that extra stuff that people think there's little extra sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, hazmat might get you a couple $100 here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it ain't worth it because if you got it, you could be able to be in position. But how often do I catch them loads?
Rarely.
Right.
Same thing with Twig and other stuff.
So it's kind of like you gotta so that's why it's always work truck. You know,
Yeah.
I mean work driver truck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. In the box trucks, it's usually good for post wise. I'm not saying what we'll book the load for, but post wise, it's usually always posted for extra dollar amount. Usually with the box truck, if it say hazmat, it's usually posted for like extra dollar amount. That's
or a team too.
Yeah, team.
But is it worth it though? You know what I'm saying? Is it enough to where you feel like it's worth actually going through the headache to put hazmat on your insurance?
Well, you tell me. Well, I know you certified, but we've never done that. So we've never ran a hazmat load. We've never put it on the insurance, so we don't know. I know that she went to the CDL school, got the hazmat. I know that was a different process, timely a little bit, but I don't know about the other stuff. We've never did a hazmat load under our company.
We just see it be paying good and it be in them areas it's hard to get out of. Like
so it can get you out of a pinch pretty much.
Yeah, so like I don't know. We seen it recently though. I can't remember if we had a driver in Tennessee or what, but it was like a $6,000 hazmat load or something. I can't remember where it was going, but it was like that one good load in that one tough area, and it's just like, man, I wish we could hop on it, but none of our drivers got those certifications. So I feel like
It always be there when you can't find that
or you'll see one dropping off in Canada or somewhere, picking up. You be like, hold on, I think old boy got his passport.
Yeah.
And we'll call me like, yeah, I left it at home though. How you doing? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Or no, we had somebody, he had it, but you know, to get into Canada, you got to be vaccinated.
Yeah.
He wasn't vaccinated. I said, damn. I said,
So you want him to go get vaccinated?
no. But I, you know, as a dispatcher, I'm thinking my percentage. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to.
You about to give him a
yeah.
shot. You about to give him a
I'm
shot.
like, hey, go to CVS real quick so we get the drop off. You know what I'm saying?
You about to give him a shot for an extra load, man. That boy ain't playing about the percentage.
But you know those hazmat routes are the same as those reefer routes, and I see that's the next question. Any thoughts on the reefer box? It's like you really got to do
It's
your
the same.
research because hazmat is just
Gotta
like
clean it.
reefer. There are going to be certain areas where you stand a better chance
Yeah.
of finding them loads versus other areas.
They say it's a lot of maintenance.
Yeah.
Like
Reefer.
they say you working for that extra money. Because you got to get back there. And I ain't never ran reefer, but from my research, you got to, it's maintenance.
I mean,
you
I'm
got to
running
get
my
back there and
first
clean
reefer right
them.
now.
Okay, like, is it really where you got to be, you got to pull up clean trailer, can't stink and all that, right? You got to really.
The money is actually kind of cool, but it's still based on the driver.
Mhm.
You know, so what I realized with the reefer loads, if you down to do 5 stops and you got a driver that's down to do that, that's when you're gonna be able to get like some real money, like some real different money.
And even dropping off dry food, when they dropping off that type of food that goes in reefer, aren't they there for a long time at the drop? Well, every time we've dropped off dry food, we've been there for a long time.
But don't you have like a you got a reefer semi though, right? I mean a reefer 53-foot trailer.
Yeah.
But see, think about it with a reefer box truck.
Yeah.
You got a box that 9 times out of 10 you're going to be running dry versus running as a reefer.
Right.
And because it's a reefer, that same size box that we have, and we can take 9,000 pounds, you can't take but 6,500.
I didn't know that.
Because that
you got the thing up there.
refrigerator is so heavy. So you've lost.
And then you losing from the insides because the refrigerator is gonna mean that the pallet's gonna have to be slimmer in order to do that too. So you ain't gonna be able to go to ATL 6 a lot of times with them. With the way they stack them jumbo size pallets,
Right.
a lot of them you gonna be rebuilding the pallet to try to do a reefer in it. Because I done had plenty of contractors. Because like I said, after I got rid of all my box trucks, remember I still had like 20 routes running. I just got rid of my trucks and I just put all contractors on it for the longest. So,
but see, we got some mentees in Philly that are looking at a reefer because they got all these restaurants there that are looking for box truck drivers to do local routes and make good money because of the area they live in.
Yeah.
But here in Atlanta, you're not going to find a whole bunch of.
And that's what people got to understand. Everything is subjective. It's all based on this, based on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's never just like I can give you one answer for something. I was like, oh no, that's because that was in Ohio. Or it's never like what's good in one place may not be good in another. And that's the thing that I think that people don't understand.
Yeah.
Like it's all the location.
Like Florida insurance. I know you talked about, I ain't gonna give too much sauce on here, but I know it's a few different ways where you can switch the insurance up, like where you based out of and stuff. Okay, so but I ain't gonna talk about. But I know, like that goes back to cost. Coming out of Florida, insurance is high is crazy.
Yeah.
So like if you don't finesse it, I had a driver.
Yeah.
I had a driver. What was his company name? I don't want to say his name, but he be trying to be low. I can't think of his company name. I could look up his file real quick. But he was making, bro. We had a CDL box truck. This was I loved booking him loads. Mm-hmm. He had a CDL box truck. So he had 90, that's Ryder. Mm-hmm. So he had the 96 clearance, and then he had where he could haul like 15,000. His payload was like 15,000. Bro, he was making like $10,000 every week. No cap. 10,000. I think his lowest week was his first week, and that's because he flew to Portland to get his truck. And that week he still did like 9,300 coming up out of there. Got him a load to Kentucky. Got him a load to Chicago along the route. When he dropped in Chicago, got him a load to Chicago. That had another stop in Kentucky before he got to Kentucky. So we was able to load him like that. But he had to stop due to the amount of he was paying $5,100 a month in insurance.
It was Endless Love Trucking.
Yeah, Endless Love. Shout out to Endless Love, man. Definitely miss you. But he was making $10,000 a week. He did it 3 weeks in a row. The third week, he dropped in Vegas. He dropped his last load in Vegas. He said, "Hey, man, don't even book me a load to Washington. I'm gonna just go ahead and drive up because he was the only reason we don't book loads there, but he's telling us to book them that way so he can get up to Portland. And he's like, man, don't even worry about it. I'm gonna just drive up here and just drop the truck off. I'm like, you sure? Let me book you a little, at least let me get you to LA or something 4 hours away and then get you up there. He's like, nah, man, I'm cool. I'm gonna just go ahead and drive. And he been done ever since. He was paying $5,100 in Florida, and he said, you know what? I'm gonna just go to Florida. I'm gonna regroup. I'm gonna get like you said, I'm gonna get my startup savings a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to work on instead of rushing. I'm gonna try to work on a little bit of finessing my insurance and get that change going and then get back. But he was a CDL driver. He was, even with the IFTA and all that, his profits without that insurance being like that, it would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta find you somebody living like Mississippi.
Yeah.
You know,
That's too. I was trying to avoid dropping that.
North Carolina.
I was really trying to avoid dropping that song.
Nah.
But but yeah,
North Carolina.
Idaho, another one.
North
I mean,
Carolina.
Mississippi is like
The bottom of the that's the
like,
bottom of the yes.
like
bottom.
in comparison to like Atlanta.
California.
So let's say like Georgia and Florida would be like the two, like something in California, New York, those like the highest ones. So say if it's 22,000 a year is like the standard, and Mississippi is like 4,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like it's so much lower.
Yeah.
They're like it's like 4 times lower. So you got to figure when I went and bought them 6 trucks, it was $4,000 per truck.
Yeah.
To get the insurance started on them.
Wow.
So the
It ain't
difference
like
in
that now. Atlanta just went up this year. Did your insurance go up this year?
Ours went down.
Well, mine's actually up for renewal.
So you'll find out. See, ours renewed May 12th, so we found out last month. Ours went from $1,400 a month to $1,900 a month.
Now, since you have so many
says
trucks,
it's because Georgia went up.
Wow.
let me ask y'all. Since y'all got the one truck, do y'all just pay it off yearly and get that discount? Since it's just the one truck,
Say that again.
do y'all just pay it off yearly just to get that discount?
No, we pay it per month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We
You
I know
can
you got
though. I don't know
multiple
the
trucks.
difference.
I feel like with multiple trucks, no, it's a big difference. Y'all got Progressive?
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
Well, see, with the Progressive, I'll let you finish. We called and had them go through our insurance line by line, and they had stuff on there from the rental trucks when we had rental trucks, and different. We got it back down to $1,500.
Yeah,
because they had stuff on there that should have been taken off.
I bet you if y'all's was 15, I bet you if y'all paid it off by the year, it might be around a band. Ours was like, I feel like 9 a band, and we was able to pay it off by the year.
Wow.
Yeah, but we ain't got a truck, so we got the coverages dumped down. I think you was the first one we heard say that, lowering the value and doing all that stuff. So we was able to do all that. But I know.
So what do you got reporting on there now?
Just a random van, a rental van.
All right, so step the game up a little bit more and take it down to like a cargo van or something like that.
Okay, yep, say less.
So take it down to like a cargo van.
Yeah.
You can keep your MC.
Yeah.
Cause I'd be scared I gotta shout out to Trucking Empire. All my mentees, I always send them to him for the insurance sauce, but I've just never applied it to our own because I'm like, I can't, because they be real picky with the, you know how it is with FMCSA. You can't, even with the insurance with Progressive, you can't not accidentally not pay, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have an auto pay. Like you can't, you know what I'm saying?
No,
so
man,
like,
I pay I'm only paying like $600 a month to save my authority.
Wow.
And that's with Progressive.
And I know you dropped some sauce that we've been thinking about doing. This was a while ago. I wonder if you remember. I don't know if you did it or not, but you talked about having a spare DOT. I've never even heard nobody. Okay.
So the one so my spare, I'm paying $600 a week on it, and now I got a year. So do you go get a DOT inspection every once in a while? Not the inspection, the yearly, not that. Do you go through the weigh station and get like a DOT inspection every once in a while?
Can you do that?
You got to, because look, if I try to book a load or book somebody under my authority or whatever, sometimes they'll be like, you ain't had no DOT inspection in the last 6 months.
Yeah. But
you know what I'm saying?
Ride through and ask them to.
Yeah. Every time they'll get out there, they be happy. Oh, yep, pull over. We'll be over there in a minute.
Nah, see, I ain't never. For one, when I was in the BoxTruck, I never stopped at weigh station.
I remember you talking about it. You said you ain't had the signs on the truck. I said, damn. When we first started, give us the videos we watched. I told her, I'm like, that's the only thing we ain't doing. We ain't doing that. I'm like, we definitely putting the signs on there, and we definitely going through that.
No, I didn't say, I said, at your own discretion.
Right, you did say that.
But I also never been over the road either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I only been to like Alabama or like certain places. So it ain't like I'm just like everywhere without it. But
Right.
but now that I'm coming up on a year of my of Pegway Logistics, I am going to have to run a load under that MC just so when they audit me, in order to stay active, you do have to have a BOL,
Yeah.
a BOL to show them. You can't just.
We had our audit and it was smooth. I mean, I was
Yeah,
worried
but-
because we don't got no. I mean, we have an ELD that we pay for,
Yeah,
but it's
every
still in
audit
the
ain't gonna be
box.
same,
Like
though.
Right.
it's still in the original box that came
So
in.
how did you send them?
Um,
Because you gotta have
ask
an
wifey, she
interstate.
did all
Right.
that.
I just sent them everything that they needed except the ELD part because he said he was gonna check back with me like probably around this time.
So
we
they
can,
ain't asking no
take
rate
it from
confirmation or nothing.
No.
They didn't ask for.
there. Y'all got an
No.
email though, right?
No, they
We don't talk to
they
the.
grill me.
They haven't finished, but she said we passed. We've already. Have you talked to your safety auditor yet?
I talked to him when we first got the message to ask him like pretty much.
And he was
about
even
the
like,
driver
"Oh, y'all
thing.
called early."
But y'all on y'all first audit?
Yeah,
or what?
yeah.
This our first
Oh, okay,
one.
well, yeah, that's why then.
Yeah.
Like the entrant audit ain't nothing like when you get up to like the years and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It
because I was
changes.
reading it and it said it's an educational audit,
Yeah,
so it's
exactly.
nothing that we could
Right.
get fined on. Our
So if you in
Right.
Georgia, did y'all talk to like some girl named Latoya because she gave me all type of sauce.
No, we talked to Natasha or
Yeah,
something
she-
like that.
boy.
But she was on the phone
Shouts out
saying,
to her
"Oh,
from
send
MGS.
this," and we were sending it to her on
She
the
was-
phone. And she asked for ELD. We sent that. She did have some questions, but I think it really depends on who. Your
That's how he
auditor
was.
is.
He had some
Yeah,
questions, but we like,
yeah.
listen, we don't run loads. Like
and the thing-
we've been trying to. We just basically it was the truth. Like we don't have a load. We don't have nothing. And then when we at the time, I think we did have our box, but I thought of it later. I'm like, just send him a serial number on the box stand if you want to look, because he'll see this is brand new, nothing on there. So, but yeah, we didn't have no issues or nothing though.
Yeah, and then he didn't call us. I had called him, like I said, because I had a question.
He liked
And
it
then
that
he
too.
was like, I don't normally get calls. I call a week after I send the email to make sure y'all got it and stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, I didn't know, it's our first.
Yeah.
I had a question. I didn't know what you want, so I had to call. And yeah, he's supposed to be reaching back out now because I'm like, just to figure out the ELD thing. But other than that, I just filled out. I sent him everything he needed, like the DOT inspection and stuff like that, and that was it.
That's what we did. I called her like 3 days after we got it, and she was like, "Oh, well, you passed. You got this. You got that. Oh, and I'm going on vacation, so you won't hear from me until."
Yeah.
Well, she didn't say you passed. She said
She said from what you sent us.
Y'all good? Look like y'all good? Okay.
That's like that one lady. She was that one lady we had where she was chatty. Just acting like it was weird. She's like, I'm trying to look out for you. And I was like, lady, what are you talking about?
I see somebody asked the question too. They said, how soon do you think to start hiring drivers? What do you think about that? Because I think you started just you, then it was you and your cousin. You said down there put your company in the ground or something. You said your cousin wasn't doing his thing like that, or he quit on you, or
no. My first cousin that was working with me, he definitely helped me build it up.
Okay.
That was one of my people that had one of my boys went through the weigh station with the blunt.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I would say start hiring drivers. It takes about a month at least.
Damn, we say the same thing, and it seemed like it's quick, but I'll be saying it's appropriate. Especially if you're a driver, because you hop in there, you damn near know everything about your truck. You know how the ELD works, so you know your driver shouldn't be calling you talking about it fell out and all this goofy stuff, or it don't work and all, you know what I'm saying. So I feel like the same. I tell people, you know what I'm saying, we scaled 6 weeks, ain't been in a truck since. So I'll be saying, what y'all think as far as somebody hiring a driver, somebody?
Well, we don't, we've never hired a driver. We haven't been interested, but we train our mentees to at least give themselves 30 days to learn their business before they
Are you
put
saying
somebody
from that
else.
perspective?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Before you put somebody in your truck or one
yeah.
of your vehicles, you can't expect somebody to be on time for Amazon if you've never ran an Amazon route.
I got a lady, and
I'll say 6 months. Then I take my.
6 months. You say 6 months.
Yeah.
You say get out there, run it up for 6 months, then hire.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't say hire nobody because the thing is, you can't properly. Really, it's hard to manage somebody to do something that you don't really know.
Right.
Because, like, okay, let's say
Can you take 6 months to know every single thing? we was lucky enough for our first load. We damn near, we had so much going on our first load. We got stopped by DOT. I mean, we was out here.
I mean, a lot of people, I feel like they make that same mistake that I made, where they so caught up in trying to get to CEO so quick,
right?
That they don't. So that's why I would say 6 months, because like people trying to get to CEO so quick, like, yeah, you got a driver and you like to say that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm gonna give you this. The reason why I say 6 months, because trucking has cycles like now.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be in the middle of a cycle, because if you hire a driver, I can only speak for myself. I'm gonna feel a type of attachment and feel like somebody who has a family now works for me. So if the game gets crazy, now I'm gonna kick them out the truck so I can get back in, because I can stand the storm by myself.
Right.
But how you gonna go through a storm when you making, so say you got to pay your driver and now your profits for the week is negative 100, but your driver get to go home and eat. How is somebody in the first 6 months gonna take that?
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say wait it out and get a good feel for the cycle. I would even say a year, because unless you got like some work to where it's like, okay, where like the work busting out the seams, where you like, okay, shit, man, I'm doing so good that it just make that I just gotta go do this. Then I'll take the chance, because even if you lose, you will be all right, because the loads was paying. But if you scrambling and your profit's like, let's say 1,000 a week, if all your profit outside of you paying your drivers only 1,000 a week, I think you should wait until you get
right paying your driver 1,000 a week. Yeah. So y'all making the same.
Well, a lot of people in a box truck don't even do they counting right anyway.
Yeah.
So
they be giving them too much money.
No, not even that. It's the way that people count. The way that people do their numbers and the way I do my numbers is two completely different ways. So like,
you mean as far as paying somebody?
Yeah, I'm saying as far as when you doing your numbers, like people feel like, okay, well, if it's 1,000 left, if they in the truck and they feel like if it's 1,000 left at the end of it, that it go to no, you're a driver. You're doing two jobs. You're the owner and the driver. Right. And that's how people be going out of business, because they like, oh, this 1,000 left is all mine. So then what is the company getting?
Oh man, we talk about, don't we, babe? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, so that's why I say you got to learn payroll and all of that, because a whole lot of people are really counting that money as their money. Like my very first person I got into, I was in Phoenix. Yeah. When I first went to Phoenix, like I got into business with somebody that had a semi, and the truck that I invested $2,500 into it. He was trying to just make it sound good to me, and I'm like, okay, if the load only paid $900 a day, and this cat in the strip club, something ain't adding up. Yeah. So he's running around claiming he makes $250,000 a year, or the truck's making this, because he's spending all of the gross as if there's no expenses. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So that was my first experience with trucking. Yeah. It was like I lost $2,500 with somebody who didn't know what they was doing.
And see, we was lucky enough to be able to do the research, take notes, hop on the internet, read books before we really hopped in and, took our first load. Now, it wasn't nothing in them books and nothing about no death and all that. That's why I was making them mistakes. But other than that, we really was on there, learning, and it took us, like she said, we got an accountant. So my accountant damn near in the fourth quarter last year was the first time where we really paid ourselves. So he looking at us like, hey, y'all, I see y'all made a couple transfers, 5,000 here, 5,000 there, but those are owner contributions. Yeah. So he's like, y'all need to pay yourself, you know what I'm saying? And if y'all trying to cut back, then he started talking about the separate IRAs and 401ks and all that good stuff. But it was like, damn, okay, now we on payroll. So I wish we would have been on, especially for what we trying to do. So we've been on payroll
for probably about years now. So we
definitely
got to do that.
Yeah, so we
because you can't see,
and you can't. I feel like you can't really, we can't get real estate and all that stuff without that documentation. Yeah, we got the tax and all that. We got all that. But I like to say, when I go into the bank, I want to say, hey, I work for Bylug LLC. I don't want to say, hey, Bylug LLC, blah, blah. No, I want to get it.
No, that's the hack that people don't understand. Like when you're trying to buy something, being a business owner ain't who you want to be.
Ain't who you want to be.
You know
You
what
want
I'm
to
saying?
say,
You don't want to be the business
I'm
owner.
Courtney. I work for Bylock LLC. Here's my W-2s, and here's my,
So what do
individual
people do? The
taxes.
same thing I did. I'm the owner.
Yeah.
I'm give me that.
Right, and they're like, oh, okay, we need way more information
Yeah,
now.
so-
We need this.
Hey, look, y'all. So whenever y'all get in business, just remember always, always play the employee game, because when you're a business owner, man, it's just way more difficult to don't tell your bank that you're trying to get a credit card from. Tell everybody you got a job, because they respect jobs way more than entrepreneurs, and that's just the system that we in.
And we're trying to work on, having that 2+ year history with them W-2. So yeah, we definitely getting it. We definitely doing it now. And then even my partner, he was telling us how we can do our own payroll. We use ADP though, but
They use ADP.
he was telling us, we can create our own. So we don't get charged too much by ADP. We only pay ourselves once a month anyway. So that's like the cheapest tier to pay them. Yeah, as long as you ain't getting paid every week or every other week, we pay the minimum fee to get paid once a month. But we think that's the way to start getting the stuff that we want, so we can have a 2+
Hey,
year.
that once a month thing, I ain't never thought about that. Well, I got too many employees, so I couldn't do that with all the employees.
No. Since you got a lot of employees, though, you probably barely see the fee too, though, because you get more. It goes down the more employees you get. That's what they told us.
Yeah, because I think it's only like $65 a week. It ain't like
Yeah, see, ours is like it's probably that with both of us, because we only get paid once a month.
What?
Yeah. But that's a incentive for somebody driving a box truck. They definitely want to get paid once a week.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody trying to wait. They gonna get paid in one time and be like, I'm done. So
I hate
yeah.
to cut you off, but I'm dying for you to ask the next question.
Okay.
Christopher Reed.
Oh yes, that's the one I'm on. Where can I find a box truck to rent my authority? Oh, he said, where can I find a box truck to rent? My authority is active for 2 months with no truck. I want to ask you a question too, and I know hopefully you still ain't here. I do want to ask, you said your authority has been active for 2 months and you ain't had a truck. So hopefully your authority is active with the hacks, right? So hopefully you're not paying what we paying with trucks actually being, on the road. Hopefully you're not paying too much. Hopefully you use the hacks like he was saying, cargo van or something like that. But if not, I can't really tell you where to find trucks. You got to do the research. So this is what I tell my mentees, because even with, my mentees, now with my mentees, I'm going to be honest. I got a couple. We're fortunate enough to have a couple plugs that we can give our mentees that do have truck availability. But the easiest way is the same thing we did, and I'm sure it's the same thing y'all did, is to just do the research. Cold call. You talk about that a lot.
Yeah.
Cold call. So what cold calling is just hitting the phone books or hitting Google. We got technology now. Hit Google Maps, type in these cities, and call franchise locations and see if they have availability. Don't resort to just calling the 1-800 number, because I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. You're going to call the 1-800 number and you're going to say, hey, I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm looking for a truck within a 500-mile radius. They're going to say, okay, boom, I did it up. We're going to email you your reservation. You're going to hang up and you're going to get an email talking about, hey, we have no trucks within 1,000 miles. But then you're going to do your own research and you're going to call these local franchises and they're going to say, oh, yeah, we got a list. You'll be number 2. We got some trucks coming in next week. Or, hey, actually, yeah, we do got a truck. Can you come get it now? Or blase. So that's what I recommend doing cold call. What would you say to that? Because I know you get mentees to ask that too.
The same thing. Well, the first thing is we don't encourage a mentee to go through with the activation until they know they have a truck coming.
We say the
That's
same
the first thing.
Unless, so I will say this
Activation for insurance.
For your authority.
Yeah.
So you don't need to get the insurance
until you get. We say the same thing.
Activate your authority until you know you have a truck coming.
Well,
Right.
you're trying to avoid like some of those brokers don't let you run under them until you got 90 days.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, though, once you pay that insurance, you have to
Now
pay
you got
every
fees.
30 days.
Yeah.
Right? And then your authority is active and you don't have a truck.
Right.
But if it's the end of the 21 days, you're going to get a letter saying you got, 90 days to find a truck?
Right.
So now's the time to really get busy before you start paying that authority, before the end of that 60 or 90 days. Like you said, cold call. You know how you go to the gas station and get a U-Haul?
Mm-hmm.
We got a box truck from the thrift store.
Mhm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
From the thrift store.
That's hard.
Franchises.
Yeah.
Right? So we called the 800 number. They went out 200 miles, couldn't find us anything. I started calling.
Now, who told you? Did you just do it, or because?
Listen,
I
gotta be
want to
honest.
know.
Listen.
No, because I want to know because people,
Kobe has
you will be
talked about
amazed.
it.
Yeah.
You have talked about it. It takes a certain type of person.
Yes.
I paid our insurance, and our authority went active with no truck.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I couldn't
You
tell
know
this
what
man.
I told her, right? So you better find a truck.
Right.
I knew I couldn't tell this man too many days we didn't have a truck. So I made it my business. I don't care if you told me yesterday, ma'am, there are no trucks in the state of Georgia. I'm calling you back today. And you're going to tell me that again tomorrow because you don't know when somebody's going to turn in a truck.
I actually went to Alabama though.
And that's the other point I was
You know
going
what
to
I'm
make.
They don't want to
You
travel.
can't just look in your area.
Yeah.
You have to be willing to travel. My mentee in South Carolina called me crying every day. I can't find a truck. I said, where have you called?
Right.
Oh, I called Columbia. I called West Columbia. No, ma'am, you need to be calling Alabama,
Yes,
Tennessee.
yeah.
You need to be
She
calling
found
The
a
them
small
truck.
towns.
Right.
Yeah, until you find, yeah.
You know
I
what
told
I'm
y'all,
saying?
oh boy, from playing Florida insurance, he flew to Portland.
Yeah.
That's across the country.
It has to be your job. Finding a truck has to be your job, and you have to keep calling the same people that told you they don't have them available. They didn't know that we were going to turn in our truck that day. We got our truck May 19th. Our authority went active May 17th. It took me 2 days to find a truck. We picked it up May 19th. We purchased our own truck July 5th and turned our truck in that day. When I came in, he thought I was mad at him.
Wow.
He didn't know why I was turning that truck in. He didn't know we were coming. Nobody knows when you're going to turn your truck in.
Exactly.
So you gotta. It wasn't until I said, "Oh, it's because of y'all rental truck. We were able to purchase our own." You know what he did? He took that fee. We never paid that last $900
Wow,
because I
that's
told
hard.
him that I was going to refer everybody I knew
To him.
to his
Yep.
business.
And that's why when budget went up, that's why we was able to stay grandfathered in, and then we was able to get those custom rates for our mentees. That same type of stuff, that same relationship. And then whenever budget called our bluff, because we'll tell them, we need a truck whenever y'all get one. So when, we got another 2022, and I'm telling her, I'm telling the people, I'm in the middle of a load. They're like, I can't hold it if you come. I said, all right, yep, I'm about to fly out there. So she having to complete the load, and I gotta fly back, go get the truck. You know what I'm saying? We doing it, and they loving it. They're like, okay, they not playing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They not playing. And then now still to this day, those relationships. Yeah, they able to come in, and they speak highly of me. And when they go, shout out to Lindsay. He just went and got his truck, 2022, 20,000 miles. And he said they spoke of me with the utmost regard when he walked in there. Because it's like, they really, love what we able to do for them. So yeah. Now I will say this about the going active, like how he did. You say you don't recommend it. So for some people who rent and they want to go with rider, right? Now I know they gotta pay the extra insurance, all that stuff. I say go active, but I'm gonna tell you why. Because you don't want to rent with rider's regular rate.
Right.
You want to have the Amazon rate.
Right.
And rider, you don't have to cold call as much. Usually they'll have one right where you at.
Right.
Next state over at the maximum, you know what I'm saying?
Well, right
drive
now
line.
they're not accepting new clients, so it ain't really
Right. So I got a guy in Atlanta though. I definitely got a guy in Atlanta. He out here now. Shout out to Clarence. He will definitely sign you up when I send him his way.
Gotcha.
So they'll call him and he'll set him up, but he's gonna ask, hey, do you have Amazon? And if you got Amazon, he don't.
So you
want
saying
that.
like right now he still got able to find trucks?
Yes.
Why ain't looking
No. We don't use our rental account managers to find trucks. We use our rental account managers to guarantee the rate.
Right.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? So when they hit him up, he'll always say, hey, do you got Amazon? And it's not, do you have the welcome letter? They don't want that no more because you can finesse the welcome letter. So he want the damn scat code, which is hard to get.
Right.
But you got to email Amazon to get it, or you got to run a load Amazon to Amazon
You
to get
can
it.
get it on your relay account. You just got to know where it's at. It's in there.
You're going to have to show me because I do not know where it's at on the relay account. That'll really help my drivers that want to switch over.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you want to go with rider, I always tell people go active. Make sure you active with the right insurances, or at least if to get active you didn't have the right insurances because you want to finesse your down payment. The next day or that day, go ahead and change it to where you got those Amazon coverages.
Carrier account.
Yeah.
Company profile. It's grayed
Scat code.
out.
Okay,
Right
perfect. Yep, definitely needed to know that. Okay. So that's how y'all get y'all scat code. Y'all click on, let me see it again one more time, Miss Christie. So you'll click on carrier account through your Amazon Relay app. You'll click company profile, and you'll see it on the right at the top under authority details. It'll be grayed out. That's your company SCAT code.
It's called the carrier identifier.
They call it, they call it the carrier identifier. So that's what Ryder wants. Ryder is like that. They not going for no relay acceptance letter. They not doing. Budget don't give a damn. Budget, you tell them. Still to this day, Budget ain't got our Amazon relay letter, but you tell Budget you got it, you in there.
Budget used to be the lick though back in the day.
Yeah.
Now when I first started, as a FedEx contractor, you could get Budget for $400 with unlimited miles.
That's what I was talking about earlier. I remember you talking about that. Yeah, it went from telling them FedEx to, and then you just start saying you was with Amazon.
No, I just always use that FedEx thing.
Oh, FedEx. Oh, okay.
Like until I switched over to Ryder because I felt like Budget was just.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I love Ryder trucks, but they high as hell because of the extra insurance. How do you finesse the extra insurance that you pay with Ryder? Because you still gotta have it listed. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't never finessed it for real though. I mean, I just
gotta pay the extra. Yeah.
Yeah.
How much is it though?
It'd be about $1,000 a month.
Mine was when I was paying $3.59 cents a mile for the box trucks, and I think the insurance was like maybe like $100
a week.
It was like $100 a week.
Now it's like $25 to $37 a day.
No, mine definitely was like $10 a day. It was definitely something like that. The times have changed like drastically.
Yeah.
That's why I said like the way that I did my business, man. That's why I'm like, the times have changed so much that I'm like, the rates ain't going up. So
right.
How long are you gonna have this live, Courtney?
We can end it at 9, 8 minutes. Y'all want to go 8 more minutes?
Yes, we
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Go ahead and hit
Hey, he like 8 more minutes. He like we about 8 minutes too late. But I'm definitely glad. You know what I'm saying, we was able to put this together.
Let me say this before you close out. And I'm thinking about Christopher's comment, but also a lot of comments that we didn't get to. That's why mentorship is real important.
Yeah.
Mentorship is important. These ebooks and these courses that you have, you got 3 sets of companies right here that got some valuable information. It's important to invest in yourself, in your company, because a lot of the things that people try to figure out on their own with the right mentor or the right course, all of the answers are going to be there, and you're not going to make the mistakes that you would typically make if you were trying to do it by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, the course could cost, let's say, $500.
Mm-hmm.
The mistakes.
If you pull to a weigh station and you don't have a UCR, it's gonna be a $300 violation. So I'm just saying. So that's just one thing that if you don't have, it's $300. So just keep that in mind that people be thinking about paying for like that. People don't want to pay for stuff, but you got to understand that like if you could spend $500 to even save you from a $2,000 mistake, then the education was worth it.
Yeah.
And it's about tens of thousands of dollars worth of mistakes you can make in trucking.
Absolutely.
And I made about 80,000 of them. You know what I'm saying?
I remember that video.
Right.
Yeah, man. But it's because I didn't have anybody to tell me what the dudes that put me on to it. They was feeding me loads, and they was feeding me load. They had me going to Woodstock from ATL 6 for $125 per load. For me, I was just happy to not be at the post office no more. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing with her. That's where she came from too.
I wasn't even counting. I just was like, "Ooh, ain't at the post." I was delivering to the post office. Look, the very next day after I quit, I was delivering Amazon to the post office. So I literally went back to my old job in Kennesaw. It was like, yeah, I'm sitting on y'all. I'm doing my own shit. Y'all still over here working for the man.
Our old job was ATL2, Amazon, ATL2 at Stone Mountain. Every time a load hit the board, I'm like, babe, let's get this load. He like, no, you just want to ride over there and go. Because we worked in transportation. We were hostler drivers for ATL2. And
but
I'm
dying
to pull up.
But it feels good to go back to your old job as a boss, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally got to do that. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm up in here. I got to throw these packages. Where y'all want these? Where y'all want these skins at? Goddamn. Where y'all want these at? Man, I ain't got to throw these mugs.
Pull out the out gate going, just pull off on.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna even lie. I went over there with him to just scan one. Let me throw this in for the one time real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out.
Yeah. So I definitely wanna we can go this way, that way we can end it off. But can y'all let them know where can they find y'all at, what y'all talk about on your channel, y'all YouTube, y'all Instagram, all that good stuff, and then we'll just go down the line.
Okay, babe, you go ahead and tell them that, cause you know she deal with all of the internet. All
Yeah.
of that.
He couldn't tell you how to find.
Go ahead.
but she couldn't keep that truck running either.
Right.
Tag team back
Right.
I'm gonna tell you our stuff, but only if money. Tell the people, cause they done been asking all in the comments for money.
Well, y'all know what it is. Just like everybody said, you know, you gotta work hard. Gotta really work hard, man. I stress that all the time, so you can make some of that money.
I hear, man. You gonna put something in. If you ain't sweating, you ain't getting.
That's
Right.
right.
For real.
So Instagram, BoxTruck_couple. On YouTube, we're the BoxTruck couple. And on any of those platforms, if you want to have a strategy call or sign up for our mentorship program, on Instagram, all you got to do is look in the bio and click on our Linktree link. And on YouTube, look in the description box and click on Calendly. We're there to help anybody that wants to win.
Okay, go ahead, Coby.
All right, all my handles is Coby Pegway on everything. TikTok. You might see me on there dancing or something. But yeah, everything, YouTube, IG, Facebook is all Coby Pegway. My website, CobyPegway.com. Y'all want to get, like I said, I do one-on-ones. My availability ain't really that big right now, but yeah, I mean, I got the dispatch course dropping Friday. Tomorrow, the Friday challenge come out where y'all can test it out for free. Do the 5 videos and some sauce, you know, and if y'all like it, you know, try before you buy.
Right.
I think y'all should definitely take advantage of
I'll
that.
be on there. You said Friday.
Right. Yeah, man. And you already know it's trucking out the box. I'm really appreciate all y'all being in here. Y'all showed a lot of love. We're gonna be in the A for a minute. Like I said, I'm gonna be harassing all the content creators. So if you in the A, or if you close to the A, WJ, or if you close to the A, Big TV, make sure y'all tap in, man, so we can pull up. It's definitely a vibe. And again, I really appreciate all y'all being in here. And we definitely gonna have to do some stuff again. Now, I done came out here, even though I kind of, I ain't gonna say kind of came on my own, because everybody knew we was coming out here, but we definitely gonna get them to the West Coast too. We're gonna get them by the water. We're gonna get Coby by the water one way or another. So
I told you I'm coming as long as I ain't in no box truck.
Okay, cool.
I ain't coming in no truck.
And we're gonna do it like that. And yeah, I'll get up there and end it. I really appreciate y'all. Let me get up because I gotta press the button.
Actually, hold on.
Talk to him.
Well, shout out to Trucking Out the Box and BoxTruck couple for being willing to come together and and bring this vibe together. We using a piece of some of everybody's equipment right now to actually put this together.
Yes.
It's weird, and we put it together in a time that I didn't even think we was gonna be able to do it.
I know.
And we only be 15 minutes later that showed that this was meant to, it was meant to be, it was meant for us to do it.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. So I appreciate y'all too, man, for coming in.
Shout out to Coby for having us here.
Yeah, man. He definitely showed love. Definitely showed love.
Right back to our email after.
I know.
Hey, look, man. Look, I ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying?
He that bad.
I'm as real, but my access, I gotta, if the assistant say, that y'all want it enough times, I'm like, okay, well, maybe. You know how many people bombard me with just random questions about like nothing for real, So I just gotta kind of see, I gotta kind of get a feel for it.
Yeah,
you got to shout out to the mid lady too, man.
Yeah,
Get
on them then.
Okay, all right. Well, look. Shout out to
that was a long. Hey, we know from his videos too. Yeah, hey, his videos too. He be like, all right, y'all. I gotta go to wifey. That was the Lord right there. Y'all know y'all heard it.
And the wife actually probably shout out to the wife, but it's about that time because like I said, I brought the whole tribe out with me.
Right.
So Peace, y'all.
Peace, y'all, man.
Peace, y'all.
Love, man. Definitely be back again.
Right, till next time, y'all.
You know, then hit the play outro and end stream.
I've been in my bag, please don't make me mad. You been in your feelings, that won't get no cash. Only L's I take is LLCs, we first not last. I've been in my bag, I've been in my bag, I've been in my bag. Please don't make me mad. You been